Hello everyone and welcome to the class on ancient Indian history, and today we are going to discuss the Neolithic culture and their geographical expansion in Indian subcontinent. So let me write down the topic. So we are going to study Neolithic culture. In this word, neo means new and lithic means stone. So it is also known as Neo or New Stone Age. Now Neolithic age or New Stone Age, in Indian subcontinent, if you study the sites, it cannot be tagged into just one particular year or one particular time frame. If you see Neolithic culture, it started somewhere around 7000 BCE in India and it continued till 1000 BCE. So which means that the culture it continued parallelly with the Chalcolithic culture, Harappan civilization, and the later Aryan when Aryans came to India or the Vedic period, the culture continued. So whenever you study this culture, you will see that the time frame is pretty different. In South India, it began somewhere around 2000 BCE, whereas in Balochistan from Mehergarh, the time frame is somewhere around 7000 BCE. So many cultures in India, they coexisted and they existed parallelly. So never get confused when you study the age time frame, that it started from 7000 and continued till 1000 BCE. Now next important thing, when you study this Neolithic site in Indian subcontinent, if you look at the northernmost point where we have discovered a Neolithic site, it will be Kashmir. So the northern extent is Kashmir, the southern extent is Tamil Nadu, in west it is Mehergarh. Now Mehergarh is in Pakistan, but today I am talking about the western extent of south in Indian subcontinent. Remember, when we study history, especially the ancient history, we cannot just take the political map of the country. We will have to study as per the geographical boundaries, and the southernmost or the westernmost geographical scientific line of boundary is Balochistan, and Mehergarh is in Balochistan. So we take that as the westernmost point of Neolithic culture in India. In east, we have found Neolithic culture from Meghalaya as well. So that is the easternmost border of Neolithic culture. Now what are the specific features of Neolithic culture? First important feature is domestication of plant and animal. We see the growth in domestication of plant and animal. What did happen due to this? With domestication of plant and animal, we see the growth of sedentary lifestyle. Now remember, when I say domestication of plant, it actually directly means that adoption of agriculture began. Many people adopted agriculture. They were no more hunter and gatherers of Paleolithic age. Now they were shifting to agriculture, and people, when they shifted to agriculture, it was not possible for them to travel from one place to other place. They had to settle down in one place until the harvest was done. That means for 6 months they had to settle in one place, which meant that they were living a sedentary life now. They were no more nomads, or they did not continue the nomadic life. Now when people started started settling down in one place, it gave them ample time to look into their own abilities, and they started using those abilities for production, for creating new industries. And what do we see? Growth of new industries, and one of the first industry which came up after agriculture was pottery. So, we see growth of industry, and in industry we can write pottery making. So, pottery making it came into existence during Neolithic culture, which is very important. What were the kind of potteries which were first produced during Neolithic culture? It was greyware. Greyware. Now, greyware is not very uncommon. It is the most rudimentary form of pottery that you will see in the market. Whenever you go out, you will see this highly matted pottery, the diyas that you buy for Diwali, all these are greyware. But at the same time, we also found black burnished ware, means pottery which were burned and then they were used. So, because they were burned, they had a black surface. So, we also find greyware and black burnished ware. So, this is a very important feature of Neolithic age, but other than that, what did we see? We also saw growth of certain religious practices. In few of the graveyards, the graveying or the burial practices made its presence during this time. So, we saw the growth of burial practices. You also see burial practices in some sites. And I will talk about this. In some site like in Kashmir, we have found graves where dog were buried along with their master, which shows that most probably the whole idea of life after death actually took shape during this time. Along with that, we also find the growth of not only pit dwelling. So, what is a pit dwelling? I will explain you, let me write it first. So, we see the growth of pit dwelling and mud and brick house. So, what is a mud and brick house and what is a pit dwelling? Earlier, like before pit dwelling came into existence, this group of people, they were living in caves, right. From Bhimbetka, we have found cave paintings, that is from Paleolithic age. In Mesolithic age also it continued, but now from Neolithic age, what did they start doing? They started digging pit in the soil. Instead of looking for a ready-made cave, they made cave in the mountain or in soil, and they started living in those pits. Okay, so that is known as pit dwelling. But then there are sites like Mehergarh. In Mehergarh, these instead of pit dwelling, we see proper house made of bricks. Now, remember, these were not burned bricks, which we will study later during Harappan age. These were just sun-dried bricks and mud. So, they made houses of bricks and mud which were circular in shape, and and they were roof on top of these houses. We have found it in Mehergarh. So, this is what we see, the growth of a proper housing structure from Neolithic age. But at the same time, you have to remember the word new stone. There is some reason why this age is known as new stone age. Now, the use of microlith that we had studied in Paleolithic and Microlithic age, that is in Microlithic age or Mesolithic age, the stones were broken into smaller chips and blades, and the side of these stones were sharpened to make them as blade. These stones were used, but then now they were attached with bones. Okay? So, along with stone tools, we also see the use of bone for making tools, and this is one of the important feature of Neolithic age, use of bone. Okay? Bone, polished bone for tool. And what are the tools that we find? We find various kind of tools like axes, we find chisels, these are already these are already there. We also find arrows from Neolithic age. Now, we have covered all the features of Neolithic age. Let me talk about the sites that we have discovered. The first important site is Mehergarh, which is one of the oldest site in Indian subcontinent, from where we found, let me write the name, the sites. Now, we are going to talk about the sites, and the first site is obviously Mehergarh. Now, Mehergarh is almost 7000 BC. The site, the Neolithic culture of Mehergarh is almost 9,000 year old, because it if you look into the date, the earliest layer of the civilization or the life that has been found is from 7000 BC. So, Mehergarh is one of the oldest, but from there we have also found the signs of cultivation. And what have they cultivated? They have cultivated rice and cotton. So, this is very important, which means that Indian subcontinent was already famous, or they have already started producing rice and cotton during that time. In Mehergarh, we also find the mud and brick houses. Okay, so these two things have been found from Mehergarh. Other than Mehergarh, there is obviously Chirand in Bihar. Now, Chirand is a very important site in Bihar. Why? Because from Chirand, we have found that they cultivated not just rice, cotton, they also cultivated wheat, barley and lentils. So, in Chirand, agriculture was very much prosperous. So, this is very important. In Chirand, we have found wheat, barley, rice, lentils. So, you can see how agriculture was flourishing during Neolithic era. At the same time, we have found bones. Bones which were polished bones used as tool. Other than Chirand, one of the other important site will be Burzahom, that I will talk about. Now, Burzahom is in Kashmir, and as I told you, from Burzahom we have found a grave where we saw that the master was buried along with the dog, which is a very unique site, which represents that certain burial practices were followed during this time. In Kashmir, we have another site called Gufkaral. So, I will just write the name of Burzahom and Gufkaral. Gufkaral is also an important site in Kashmir. We have found pit dwellings there. We have also found sign of agriculture in Gufkaral. Now, when we talk about unique things, you should also remember name of another site. I should write Chopani Mando. And this is one site, and another site that you should remember is Mahagada. Now, Chopani Mando and Mahagada both are in UP. Let me write it down. First of all, Burzahom and Gufkaral are in Kashmir, whereas Chopani Mando and Mahagada is in UP. Both are near Allahabad. Now, in Chopani Mando, we have found the earliest evidence of pottery making, and in Mahagada, we have found a cattle pen. So, in both the places, what are we seeing? In Chopani Mando, pottery making as an industry flourished. In Mahagada, we see that there is growth of domestication. But as I told you, if you look into the extent of Neolithic culture in India, it had spread in south also. Two of the most important sites in south is Brahmagiri and Maski. Both are in Karnataka. There we have found Neolithic site. Characteristic of these Neolithic culture, we have found the stone tools belonging to Neolithic culture. We write down the name. If you have to write the name of southern sites, one is Brahmagiri, and other is Maski. Now Maski, if you don't remember Maski, I'll tell you Maski is also important for another reason. What is that? Maski is one site where we have found Ashokan inscription in which the name Ashoka is explicitly mentioned. Okay, as you go and study all the other chapters, you will see we have discussed in detail Ashokan inscription, and Maski will be mentioned there. Brahmagiri, as the name suggests, is also very famous, and it will be used many times in history, not only as Paleolithic or Neolithic site, but on other instances when it has been it has been a part of history. So this was all about Neolithic culture. I'll meet you in another class with another topic of ancient Indian history.